A raging bushfire in Parkerville, east of Perth, has put residents in immediate danger, engulfing homes in flames. Those in the area were told to evacuate immediately.
We did pack up the car ready to evacuate, but we didn't end up being able to leave because the roads were all blocked and we had no idea it was actually too late.
Firefighters also tackled the blaze in the wheatbelt town of Tujay today and brought separate fires in Lancelin and the Manjimup Shire under control.
There will be people away from their homes and their loved ones this Christmas fighting fires to keep us safe, so I want to thank them for the work that they're doing.
Meanwhile, Far North Queensland's flooding disaster has left a trail of wreckage and struggle in its wake.
Spent nearly $3,000 on new appliances, was money I'd put away. We lost all our Christmas. I had $250 worth of seafood in the freezer. Yeah. All our Christmas stuff's gone.
This is going to be a long recovery effort. This has been a major national event. It's not going to be fixed overnight.
As the water recedes, authorities have turned their efforts to the massive clean-up job ahead.
The majority of rescues have been undertaken. There are some people still in isolated areas, but they're safe, and our focus now moves to recovery.
The clean-up phase can often be the most dangerous. It's when chainsaws come out, it's when snakes come out, it's when up there crocodiles come out.
But for displaced residents of the hard-hit Wudjil community, the nightmare is far from over. Evacuations continued today.
Things have been really hard. Everything that everyone held dear has been taken away, including traditional lands.
Many filled with concern for what they've left behind.
Everyone's very close to the animals here, so it's not just home, it's also their dogs and it's also their belongings. And everyone's been displaced now like refugees.
Well, Matt Nichols is the editor of Cape York Wheatley. He's in Cairns right now and joins us. Matt, you've been speaking to flood victims from Cairns to Cooktown to Cape York. What have they been telling you?
Oh, look, it's been an evolving week. It's been a real tough slog for locals up here. We got through the cyclone okay, and then we just had this rain bomb hit us, and there was water that we've never ever seen before in parts of the far north, and it's caused devastation. It's a real natural disaster, and people are just picking up the pieces now, getting their lives back together.
Matt, now that floodwaters are receding, are there concerns about public health?
Yeah, look, we don't want people in floodwater. We want people to wear shoes, enclosed shoes where possible. As you guys know, it's definitely thongs weather up here, but government advice is saying to get the thongs off and get the steel cap boots on and enclosed shoes. So everyone's doing their best, but look, the biggest health risk is probably mental health, to be honest. I think a lot of people are going to be doing it tough right up to Christmas, and we need to make sure we wrap our arms around them with as much support as possible.
Now, some of the impacted communities are very isolated, which presents a lot of challenges. How important is it to keep people informed right now?
Oh, so important. You know, us and other media outlets have been working around the clock to get that information to locals on the ground. It's a crucial information because some of my local readers, they don't have any telecommunications whatsoever, so it's word of mouth. So when we put a message out there, someone tells someone and then someone tells someone else, and that actually gets filtered down. And we really pride ourselves on being trustworthy, calm news outlet, and I think we've done a great job keeping those locals informed as best we can.
How are you going about that, Matt?
Oh, look, I've got a bush telegraph as long as my arm. I've got people texting me. I've got people getting on Starlink and giving me updates. I've got people, police officers giving me tips. Nothing like salacious or anything like that, just good. A chopper went up here and got supplies. Can you pass that information on? Obviously social media is a great tool, but that bush telegraph, it's still as strong as ever in Cape York.
We are just a few days away from Christmas, which of course is going to make that so much harder as well for the locals who are struggling. Do you have faith in this community, because you are tough people, Queenslanders, that you're going to actually put your hand up if you do need that help?
Yeah, look, Christmas is going to be tough for a lot of people, but one thing I can tell you is that people in the far north who haven't been affected, and there are a lot of us out there, I'm one of the lucky ones that was safe and dry throughout this flood, that we're putting our arms around those who are affected. I've got a photo with hundreds of Christmas presents that have been donated to the people of Wudjil, Ayton, Rossville and surrounding communities for those people that lost everything in the flood. So there'll be no child in Cape York that goes without a Christmas present because of the generosity of locals.
Matt, it's wonderful to hear. Thank you so much for your time. Keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate it.